Good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig TheWriter Stewart, and this is So Much to Say YouTube TV. These are my thoughts, in my voice, on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Now, So Much to Say YouTube TV is the place that you come to learn and grow. So go ahead and hit the like button, the share button, and the subscribe button. And turn on that little bell so that you get a notification every single time that I go live or I upload something new. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hey, niece, don't you hate when somebody slide over in front of you on the highway and then they put their brakes on? If you're going to get your motherfucking ass over in front of me on the highway, I need you to hit your gas pedal. Don't get in front of me and then press the brakes. Like, that makes me think you're trying to set me up to slam in the back of you. Like, don't be playing with me like that. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig TheWriter Stewart. And this is the Facebook and YouTube live versions of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Hey, Miss G, for real? Saw you at the Nashville show the other night. I dropped that long Patreon for you all. Excuse me. I dropped that long Patreon for you all. Included all of the background stuff from the show, and I was going to jump on the live yesterday, but I was exhausted. J'ai épuisé, as the French would say. J'ai épuisé. I had to get up yesterday and go to the grocery store because I didn't have a thing in the house, really. And so it was all cold and rainy. And it was just one of those days. It was just one of those days where you get up and you just throw something on. I still had my sleepy face. I had brushed my hair, though, so it was, that was decent. And when I tell you, hey, Chi, when I tell you I threw something on and I went on over to the grocery store to get a few things, and I'm minding my business. It's cold. I had on some slides on my feet. And when I say this guy was in the line at the grocery store and completely embarrassed me, I wasn't embarrassed, but I was embarrassed. He was like, oh my God. And all of the people in the line, they looking at me. I'm like, oh my God. I look a wreck. It's always those times when you look like you look. He was like, oh my God, I know who you are. People in the line, they looking at me. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? You trying to settle it down. I was like, hey. And all the people looking at me like, well, who the fuck is he with this tied jumpsuit on or whatever the fuck this is he got on? And I was like, hey. He said, oh my God, you are so funny. I just saw you. I was like, hey, how you doing? I just went on to the, like, let me go over here and hide myself. But if you happen to see this, hi. I did speak that day, but I was just so embarrassed. Because it was raining, it was cold, and, I was tired, and I really didn't want to come, because we didn't get back from Nashville until 4 in the morning. We literally, is she trying to get in front of me? Girl, where are you going? This lane ain't going nowhere, that lane ain't going. And she breaking her neck to get in front of me. But we got back from Nashville at like 4 in the morning. Like after that meet and greet, it was like 70 people in the meet and greet line. 70. It was like 65, 70 something. And so by the time we, did that and got our stuff together and got back in the car, we had a Sprinter that we came up there in, so we were able to relax and recline. And so we got, well, if you're on Patreon, you know what we had needs, because I put it on the Patreon. But I'm not a person that typically goes to sleep while somebody's driving, but I was exhausted. And so I had dozed off. And when I tell you, I woke up, we were like an hour from Atlanta. And so I got back to the car, and then I drove home. And I was starving. So I came home, I went home, and I put something in the oven to eat real quick. I had these little tempura shrimp from Trader Joe's. I tore those up, and then I got into bed and went to sleep. Why was I up? And so I didn't go to sleep till like 5 something. We'll wait. I'm in the middle of a conversation and you just coming through. That siren sounded all horrible. Sounded all sickly. The siren on the ambulance sounded sickly. And so, hey, Cheryl. My girl Cheryl came bearing gifts. She came and got... My girl Cheryl came bearing gifts. She came with a Visa gift card. Niece, I've already used it. See, I already cracked her out the pack. I went to the grocery store yesterday and I slid that card right on through there. Slid that card right on through there because I had to get me some fresh produce so I could juice. And she also got me a nice Blanco tequila. Thank you very much, Cheryl. That was so thoughtful. And she got me 2 bags of Sweet Heat chips. If you've been watching me for a while, you know I love some Sweet Heat chips. Y'all know I love them Sweet Heat potato chips, and I can't seem to find them in the grocery store no more here in Atlanta. So I don't know if they are sold out and they discontinue them here or what. But I have not eaten my Sweet Heat chips yet. I got them stored away in my pantry because I don't want nobody asking me for nothing. And she got me the sweetest card. It was a thank you card, and she wrote some stuff in it, all nice and stuff. Very nice penmanship. Some of y'all write like third grade. Because I be like looking at your notes like, I'm just playing. But some of y'all do write like, I be like, what this say? Can you tell me what this says? But anyway, so she wrote a nice card. You all know that I keep your cards. You all know I have a box. Yes, I'm almost at 30,000 subscribers. I know somebody is watching me right now. You have not hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. It's the least you can do. You ain't bought none of my books. You can at least hit the subscribe button, niece. And so she got me a nice Blanco tequila. I put that over on the bar cart last night. And I was just saying, oh, very nice, very nice. I love a good gift. I appreciate you, Cheryl. And she said in her note, she said, I'll see you in August. She's coming on the cruise. Niece. Valerie, I don't know where those chips are. They hiding those chips. But if you're coming on the cruise, book your cruise. The link is in the caption of this video. And don't forget to go ahead and download the Virgin Voyage app. Because you want to register yourself, you got to put your passport number in there and all that kind of stuff. Even though they said we don't need a passport, I'm taking my passport, which I need to renew my passport. My passport expires. Thank you, Cynthia. Hey, Cynthia. My passport expires in October, so I need to renew that. But yes, if you want to come on the cruise, come on the cruise, niece. We're going to have a good time. We're going to do a little karaoke and MTS. I know my handwriting is horrible. I know you thought it best that we spend a little time apart, but one night without you is too much for my heart. I know I promised not to call. What y'all know about that? Sorry, but I didn't have a choice. I just had to hear your voice. Cheryl said, baby, the young men were on the hunt for Craig. Cheryl, don't tell them, Cheryl. They think I be blowing my own horn, tooting my own horn. Niece, you ain't got to tell them. You ain't got to tell them, niece. Girl, I'm in traffic trying to get to your house.
I was calling to find out how much longer you were going to be.
Girl, I sound like I hear a little attitude in your voice.
Me?
Uh-huh.
No. No. I'm trying to prepare because you said you were starving.
I am starving.
So I get that.
Mm-hmm. Jamie, we're
I was
on the
gonna make a
live.
reservation.
We're on the live.
You're on the live?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Okay.
So
I was gonna make a reservation. So how much longer are you gonna be?
so they hear your wonderful voice. Mm-hmm.
How much longer are you going to be?
It says 26 minutes.
Oh my God. Okay.
Jamie, get the first reservation, niece, because listen, I got on my gym clothes too.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right.
All right, bye.
I'll see you shortly.
All right,
Bye.
But listen, wait a minute, Cheryl, they were in your inbox too? They were in your inbox about me? Well, why I ain't got no decent man yet? What's going on? What's the problem? What I need to do? What I need to do? Because I'm on Hinge, and my Hinge is giving very, very dry. I don't know if they don't think it's me or what. I don't know. But my Hinge is very dry. You ever had people try to talk to you, and you looking at them like, sir, ma'am, them or they? Do I look like I'd be interested in you? Why is it always the people that you're not interested in, that you would even turn your head for, that always has the most courage? Can somebody please help me understand that? Cheryl, stop. Look, Miss Birdie's talking about, you don't need no man, you have us. But listen, I need somebody in the middle of the night. I need the comfort of a man. What Stephanie Mills said? I need the comfort of a man. Look, y'all fine and everything in the daytime, but I need somebody at night when I snuggle up under them covers. Amen. Ah! Hey, Mantra. Hey, Mantra. They just want to show me a good time and not a long time. Yeah, see, I'm in the space of my life where I'm trying to separate the sprinters from the distant runners. Amen. There's a difference between a sprinter and a distant runner. I want you guys to know that I have been writing some stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if it's a book or what it is, but I was writing something the other day, and I wrote, it seems like there are a lot of people who are interested in playing house, but there are very few people who are interested in building one. Come on, somebody. There are a lot of people that are interested in playing house, but very few who are interested in building one. I don't think you heard me. Durant talking about, what am I here talking about loud as fuck? What am I here talking about loud as fuck? So it's just, I don't know. And it's just interesting because your past always comes back. Huh? Your past always comes back. It was Maya Angelou who said, lessons will repeat themselves. Every lesson will repeat itself until you learn it. And sometimes those lessons come in the form of people. They come in the form of people. Amen? And so, a couple characters that I kind of dated or something, And Queenie, I didn't really say anything about Risa Tisa just now. I said something about it one day before. Excuse me. But I didn't really get into the whole Risa Tisa thing, but we can get into it now. I didn't really get into it before, Because I know a lot of people, especially women, were really invested in her story and what she was talking about. I, on the other hand, wasn't really invested. Let me get over, because this is my exit. See, y'all love to pull me into these conversations, and then I miss my exit. I think y'all be doing that on purpose, because y'all be trying to get me to spend more time with y'all. Y'all be trying to get me to miss my exit. So, I didn't really get into it before, right? Yeah, she was on Tamron Hall, and I thought that was, like, what she said was really beautiful. Somebody even said in my comments on the video where I kind of briefly mentioned something about the Risa Tisa thing. Somebody was like, well, how you even going to talk about it? You didn't watch all 50. Niece, I ain't got time to watch all 50. And see, here's what I was thinking the other day. I got to about episode 6 and was like, okay, I've heard enough. But the thing is this. I think a lot of people watched all 50 because they didn't want to feel like they were missing out on the movement. They didn't want to feel like they were missing out on something. You know what I mean? You know, like some people, like, they jump on the Game of Thrones. Like, I tried to watch Game of Thrones. I couldn't really get into it. I watched a little bit, and it was a little interesting, but it was just like, okay. And I said to myself with Game of Thrones, and I was thinking about this with the whole Risa Tisa TikTok thing, I think some people forced themselves to watch it because they didn't want to feel like they were missing out. They didn't want to feel like they were missing out on something. It's just like, girl, I ain't got time to watch all of this. They're 10 minutes long and it's 50 of them. That's 8 hours. So here's the thing. I know that we have all made poor decisions out of loneliness. And we've made poor decisions out of a desire to want to be in a relationship. Right? And we've all, and I'm speaking generally, because I know there's somebody in the background like, well, I ain't never done that. Okay. Generally speaking, Lamaya said those episodes were longer than the relationship. Come on, somebody. But I also realized, too, that sometimes you realize you've been bamboozled, hoodwinked, led astray, run amok, a year into it, 2 years into it, 5 years, whatever. And then you start to realize that all of these things are happening and da-da-da-da. Well, we got to stop real quick. My girl, Latoya Johnson said, I ordered that sea moss and I love it. Come on, somebody. I'm trying to tell you, I ain't going to steer you wrong, niece. Sometimes you realize all of those things after being with somebody for a while, right? Because sometimes those lessons don't reveal themselves. Sometimes people are really good at pretending. Sometimes people are really imposters. And they have you fooled. And they have everybody around you fooled, right? But here's what I will say about this whole Risa Tisa thing. She knew all of this stuff within the first week or two. So while I can have empathy, I also feel like she made a concerted effort. She made a decision. Like those things revealed themselves at the beginning, as my friend Angela would say, not the beginning. At the beginning, she knew this early on, and the truth is, we were on the precipice of COVID. She didn't want to be by herself. She said that. She said she didn't want to go quarantine by herself. Oh my God, we got somebody watching from Australia. Hey KG, I want to come down under. I want to come down under one day. Are you from Australia or did you just relocate there? But she knew going in. She knew going in. And to be that invested within 2 weeks, that spoke to me by episode 6. I'm like, yeah, this lady needs some self-love, some self-care. At the precipice, she really wanted to be with somebody, you know, so she made the decision to overlook all of those things. You know what I mean? I think she was really impressed that man met her on the highway when she had that blowout on her tire. when she had that blood, and then when he took her to eat and then paid for the meal after he paid for the tire, that lady wanted to be saved. She wanted to be saved. She was like, oh yeah, I done got him. You know what I mean? So she I can't even say she blindly went into that, because there were things that revealed itself very early on, and she chose, okay, I'm gonna give him an out. I'm gonna give him an out when that thing happened with the house. But first of all, like, why are you trying to live with somebody after 2 weeks? That's weird to me. Now the gays do it all the time, especially them lesbians. But I'm just saying, that is weird to me. It's weird. You don't know if he got a background, a record, or something. Like, what if he's a murderer? So because he impressed you by paying for your tire, telling you he was approved for a $700,000 house, you were willing to just, oh, okay. Now, baby, them lesbians will pull up with a U-Haul within 2 weeks. Baby, them lesbians be ready. The lesbians be ready. So here's the thing. I've been watching Married at First Sight. I know I haven't talked about Married at First Sight for a long time. Come on, somebody. I know I haven't really talked. Wait a minute. Jenny Boom said, I made a similar mistake during COVID where I wanted a man so bad. It didn't last as long as Reese's situation. It took extensive therapy and self-love for me to get over that and make better decisions. And see, that's honest. You know? Now here's the thing. I haven't really talked about Married at First Sight, but I literally just got caught up. So I watched Married at First Sight season 16, and I'm watching season 17 now. Anybody here watch season 17 of Married at First Sight? This is the one with Eris and, what's his name? Orion and Lauren. The black girl and the Native American guy. He said he's Native American. I need to know if y'all been watching it, because I'm not about to sit here and talk about this if y'all ain't watched it. I need to know who has watched this. Okay, I'm talking to Chantel and Sean. Okay, and Rolo. All right. First of all, can we start by saying I think that he is a homosexual. I think Orion is a homosexual, and not just because he's soft-spoken, he kind of got that gay lisp. Oh, so sure, I'm not the only one that thought that. I think he's a homosexual. And the way he perches up next to her on the couch with his legs folded. Now, listen, I'm not trying to say that those are gay traits, but I'm saying that those are gay traits. I think he's a homosexual. And I don't think he had any interest in her, Punani. And I don't mean the rap that I be eating. Sierra, right here, he was looking for a beard. Now listen. Now stay with me now. Now stay with me now. Baby, Rainbow. The way his legs be folded on that little chair, on that couch. Oh yeah, Lamaya, he be perched knees. Okay, let me say, I said he got a little light in the foot. Ah! He got a little light in the foot. Okay, listen, let me break this down for y'all. Now, when they had the whole conversation about Redskin, remember that? So, and mind you, prior to them having the conversation about redskin, which is an offensive term in the Native American community, for those who may not know. So that's why even like with the football team, and they got the mascot as an Indian, excuse me, some Native American people find it offensive that they're called the Redskins, and then you got a Native American as your mascot, because it's an offensive thing. So he sat on that couch and told Lauren, she said to him, well, have you ever used the N-word? He said, yeah, I did. I used to say it, when I was younger. But then when my mother told me that it was not okay to say it, and I stopped saying it, da-da-da. He said, have you ever said anything offensive? And she said, no, not that I know of. And he said, what about I think he said something like, what about redskin? And she says, I really don't even know what that is. She said, no, I've never used it. She said, but I don't know what that is. She said, oh, I know what it is. I just looked at your face. I don't really think, now tell me if I'm wrong. I don't really think the way that she said it was her saying redskin. He asked her if she had ever used the word, and she said, I don't even really know what that is. And then she had a light bulb moment, because his face was red in that moment. Now, I think that because she said, oh, I just looked at your face, that kind of was a little not abrasive, but it was a little jarring maybe. But I think had she said, oh, it just came to me what it probably means, I feel like he was looking for something. I do too, Sierra. He led her to that conference. Y'all are my people. Y'all are my people. And that's what I'm saying too, Marsha. I think that because she laughed and said, oh, I just looked at your face. But if she just said, oh, I think I just figured out what it was. If she had said that, oh, I think it just came to me like what that means, I think it would have been different. But I really think he was searching for something. I think he was looking for something. He led her to that. And then but my thing is, you sat there and told her that you used to say nigger as a child. She didn't say she used to say it. She never said she used the word redskin. So it's like, you want to be more angry with her, but she was okay with you. Like, come on now. But that's how I know he's a fag. An FAG. You wanted to find an out. You were looking for an out. You were looking for an out. And then the fact that he said he hadn't had sex in a year and a half. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't straight men that go on a sabbatical. But that, plus your little dainty ways and the way that you perch up on that couch and your little gay list when you talk, yeah, I think you might be a homosexual. I don't even have a gay list. I don't even have that. And then to compound it, he tried to act like he was so upset about she had sex 2 months prior. Sir, the lady told you she didn't fuck after she was told she was engaged. She fucked before. And then he gonna say, well, but you knew you had applied for this. You were trying to get into the show. Okay, so what am I supposed to do? Not have sex just in case I get on the show? Like, I'm still living my life. I'm still living my life. They haven't told me that I'm chosen. They haven't told me that I was chosen. Like, come on now, what y'all think about that? I just think that he was looking for stuff. Powerful said, "What's a gay list?" Niece. You know when some of the gays talk and they got that list when they say words with S's like stop. Oh, you so sexy. It's like you know what I'm talking about. Don't make me do it. A list, the gay list, and they literally perched. No shade to the gays that have that, but we all got a little something that the people can detect. I want some salmon. Ooh, I want some salmon. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Don't play with me. Yeah, go back, Rainbow. Go back and watch for his gay list. It's subtle, but it's there. I'm like, yeah, he want to get tapped. That's what that is. He wants to get tapped. He want to get yoked up. He want to get, let me put my arm around your waist and pull you in. That's what he wants. He wants to be handled. he wants to be handled. But it's just like, and so I really feel like I like her. I like Lauren, right? I like Lauren. But I was so upset that she allowed him to see her cry. I was so upset that she allowed him to see her in pain. And I was like, girl, shake it off. Because I say to you guys all the time, ladies, men only recognize strength. That doesn't mean that you can't be soft and pink. That's not what I'm saying. Let me clarify. That doesn't mean that you can't be soft and pink. What I'm saying is, if you're in a complicated situation with a man and he's kind of yo-yoing you, he in and out and doing this and doing that and doing this break up the makeup bullshit, or, you know what I mean? Just that kind of thing. When those things happen, when the lines are blurred, when it's kind of gray, it's not black or white, he's only going to respect you if you show and demonstrate strength. A man only recognizes strength. So don't keep calling his phone, because your tears and your emotions and all of that stuff is not going to appeal to his heart. He's going to lose respect for you. What you do is, when the lines are blurred, niece, I'm not talking about when this is your man. You can be soft and pink when he's your man. I'm talking about when them lines are blurred, niece. When those lines are blurred and he ain't really yours, and you know he out there doing whatever he doing, you got to be tough as nails. Don't return his calls. Don't return his texts. That's what I'm talking about. A man only recognizes strength. You got to take your tears and all that shit somewhere else. Get your girlfriends and sit and talk about it. Go to therapy. You got to do all of that. You got to do that shit behind closed doors. Don't let him see you cry. And I wish she hadn't let him see her cry. And here's the other thing that I was thinking about when I was watching it today. I think that she's so upset, not because she's in love, because what has it only been 7 or 10 days or something at this point when this man says he wants a divorce? I think she's disappointed that the process didn't work for her, right? Because I was looking at it like, why is she so heartbroken? But she's not heartbroken because she's in love with him. You ain't been with him long enough to be in love with him. I think she's disappointed that here this is another opportunity, another failed opportunity at trying to have a relationship. This is another thing that didn't work. I think she was just really hopeful, right? But I haven't made my way back over to Love is Blind. You know, they put those first 6 or 8 episodes, whatever they put up at the beginning, and I just haven't gone back to finish it. I don't know. I'm not really invested in Love is Blind. Do I need to go back over there and finish it? I don't know. I guess I'll go over there. Like, I'm just like, I told you the first season was the best season. Lauren and Cameron. All these other people, I'm not interested in them. They just boring. Oh, Uche and that girl from the other season. I mean, I was kind of interested in that, but Lauren and Cameron, they should have stopped Love is Blind after that first season. And I was really going to look for Orion's Instagram, the one that's on the because again, I really felt like he was really trying to make it seem like he was so upset because she because again, she didn't even use the word redskin. And I'm like, now unless they edited out what she said and we just didn't see it, and they edited it out so that she wouldn't be seen on TV using that word. Maybe that's what happened. But I'm like, I don't understand why he's so upset. All right, Tanny Joy said, at least watch this. Okay, I'm going to finish watching this. But it's just like, I can't get into it. It's so boring. I'm still very much so caught up in this Wendy Williams thing, though. I've already watched it all. But I really want the court system to reevaluate this guardianship thing, like how they even do all of that, like how they just appoint some stranger to your money, and the fact that they get paid a salary out of your money. If you need a guardian to help you manage your money and stuff like that because you're not in your right mind, why are you taking money out of my money? I didn't approve that. If I'm not in my right mind to make decisions for myself, you certainly shouldn't make decisions on my money to be giving some bitch a salary off my money. And here's the thing. The guardian that's over Wendy Williams' money, I've read a couple articles, I've seen a couple stories where they've said that that guardian is undergoing a lawsuit right now for somebody else's money that she's over. And it's a $30 million lawsuit. Yeah. Something ain't right about that. Something ain't right about that, niece. But listen, I just pulled up to Jamie's house. I got to go. Oh. I gotta go, guys. Why he ain't call my phone? I don't know why he does that. And then he ain't answering the phone. Unlocked and alarm is off. I'm here at Jamie's house. You guys have an amazing afternoon. I am going to give you all some Patreon. Please, I want to see you guys on the cruise. I really would like to meet more of you. But click on the link. It's a link in the caption of the video. But you have to also book the Craig experience to participate in our activities. Okay? Now, if you just book the cruise, niece, you just can be at the cruise. Access granted. All right? So listen, you guys have an amazing afternoon. All right? I'm going to give you guys some more Patreon. We're not going to do Fag Talk today, but Madison and I believe we're going to do it tomorrow. All right? So listen, you guys have an amazing night. Yes, here's the link for the cruise. You guys have an amazing afternoon, and I will talk to you soon. Shauna, thank you for the Zelle. I'll gift the book the next time I go live because I can't do it right now. But you guys have an amazing afternoon. All right?